Hey guys, we're going to venture into an important part of math called polynomials. So we're going to start on the page 88 sheet. We'll go from page 88 and 89. Let's start with number 31. Number 31 says we have 24x cubed plus 23x minus 7 plus 18x minus 7x squared plus 3x cubed plus 16. So when you're adding polynomials, you want to find like terms. So let's start with the cubed terms. 24x cubed plus 3x cubed, that is 27x cubed. 23x, we could do that now, and 18x, that is 41x. Negative 7x squared has no other x squared, so I'm going to slip that in here because we really should go from highest exponent to lowest exponent. And then finally, negative 7 and 16 is 9. And you double check, all these have different endings and they're going from highest exponent to lowest exponent, so you're done. How about 32? What if we do a subtraction problem? 21x to the fifth plus 5x minus 17 minus 12x plus 16x squared minus 4x to the fourth minus 11 plus 22x to the fifth. So when you're doing subtraction, a lot of people get kind of hasty and they start picking terms to subtract. It's not a good idea. You really have to change every subtraction problem into an addition problem by thinking about this minus sign as a -1 and you're distributing it. I know it's kind of a bummer to have to rewrite this whole thing, but it's really hard to do the question correctly if you don't do it this way. So -1 times 12x is -12x. -1 times 16x squared is -16x squared. -1 and -4x to the fourth is positive 4x to the fourth. -1 times -11 is 11. And -1 times 22x to the fifth is -22x to the fifth. And this first polynomial you just copy over. So now it's an addition problem basically. You look around and try to combine any like terms. So 21x to the fifth and -22x to the fifth is -1x to the fifth. There's no other x to the fourth terms besides this one, so that's 4x to the fourth. There's no x cubed terms. -16x squared is next. 5x and -12x is -7x. And then finally, I guess I'll underline these 5 times. -17 and 11 is -6. And we look at it and it's in standard form. Now finally, the last part of this lesson is we're going to do some multiplication. So number 53 on page 89 says, let's slide this up, that you have -4 times -4x plus 7 times x plus 1. Now when you multiply two things at a time. So I'm going to distribute this -4, that's 16x minus 28, and I still have to multiply that by x plus 1. Now there's two ways to do this that I could think of. You can distribute, double distribute. 16x squared times x is, or 16x times x is 16x squared. 16x times 1 is 16x. Negative 28 times x is negative 28x. And negative 28 times 1 is negative 28. And then these two center terms combine to give you negative 12x. And that's your final answer. You can also, let's go back to the previous step, you could make a rectangle, and on the top of the rectangle you could put 16x minus 28, and on the side you could put x and 1. So it just helps you to organize, what you're multiplying. If you multiply, these two terms, you get 16x squared, negative 28x. 16x times 1 is 16x. 1 times negative 28 is negative 28. It's the same thing you have here. Just a lot of people like that a lot better. Let's do one more. Let's do number 46. 46 we have negative 2x squared plus 12x plus 1 times x cubed plus 3x minus 11. So in this situation, you could do the double distributive. I'm going to model this box process. Negative 2x squared, 12x, and 1 will go along the top. X cubed, 3x, and negative 11 will go along the side. And all you have to do is find out where things line up. X cubed times negative 2x squared is negative 2x to the 5th because you add exponents. 3x times negative 2x squared is negative 2x cubed. Negative 11 times negative 2x squared is 22x squared. X cubed times 12x is 12x to the 4th. 3x times 12x is 36x squared. Negative 11 times 12 is negative 132x, I think. Let me type that in. 12 times 11. Yep. And then we're multiplying all these by 1. X cubed, 3x, and negative 11. Now let's find some like terms here. Negative 2x to the 5th is the only x to the 5th. 12x to the 4th is the only x to the 4th. There are two x cubed terms, so that combines to give me negative 5x cubed. There's two x squared terms, so that's 58x squared. There's two x terms, so that's negative 129x. And then there's negative 11. That's your final answer. So give these a try, and please let me know if you have any questions.